Speedway, and you've got Richie Gustin back there. He's the Boone Supernational champion now 2 times. You got Jeffrey Ledford. You got Taylor Cook. And, man, if Taylor Cook could get in after the weekend that's been thrown at him, he's been crashed several times. He had his luggage stolen. A lot of bad luck. And we just also want to mention, too, before we get started, come through the stands, 6 lovely ladies selling those 50-50 tickets. Half the money goes home with the lucky fan. The other half will go to the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Fame. Right now, let's throw it down to Blake. We have Clint Quisenberry from Karl Performance and Karl Chevrolet. And Clint, pretty cool to be a part of this event. You guys came on board right away, and we've seen it grow from year 1 to year 2.
Absolutely. When I first saw this event.
Racetrack, big thanks to Clint Quisenberry from Karl Performance. We're about to cut loose the modifieds here in the Dome.
All right, thanks a lot, Blake, and thank you, Clint. And I mean, again, those guys, they're with Karl Performance, are presenting sponsors here at the VP Racing Fuels Gateway Dirt Nationals, and of course, all the folks from VP Racing Fuels as well. We're real glad to have them on board with us again. Blake, thank you for taking the time to talk to those folks as well. Well, again, we're scheduled to have 17 starters in this first modified B main, and check out the video board as more and more signs coming in. It is my birthday. Oh my goodness, I'm an Austin Holcomb fan. And if he is, tell you what, if Austin is going to give you a birthday present, we'll keep waiting to the show. From back there where he's starting, that's going to be one heck of a birthday present. Yellow light turned off, green flag about to wave. Chris Arnold and Casey Burnett bring him around to the green. Well, Burnett gets high coming off the corner and hits the wall and immediately loses 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 spots. Casey Burnett in a free fall throughout the field. That's a death break for the Parkersburg, West Virginia driver. It'll be Chris Arnold sitting at number 1, Chad Bauer second. Jeffrey Ledford right now in the outside looking in the third. He's got a nose down the inside of Chad Bauer. Those 2 cars chasing for that second and final transfer spot. Brent Young and Richie Gustin and Taylor Cook right there behind them as well. Side by side, but all important ride made honors. And again, only 2 cars transfer to the feature. The blue and yellow 19 car, Wheell, Michigan, Chad Bauer. The white 18 is Pontiac, Illinois, Jeffrey Ledford. Great racetrack right here as they are Wheell. Ledford gets a little too high coming up the corner. Bauer gets a little too high. That allows Ledford to get high. Brent Young going to move on around and we'll take that third spot away. This time the high bond laps complete. 7 laps to go. Chris Arnold, the Matoka Flash in the Matoka, Virginia, is your leader. And he's got about 3 car lengths on Jeffrey Ledford. Good battle, you see right there behind them. Brent Young in that red 10 wide, Chad Bauer in the 19. Yellow flag is out as we've got 3 cars stacked up over in turns 3 and 4. And the 54 of Sean Horstman, the 49 of Robbie Arnold, and the 8C tough break for Austin Holcomb, not the race president that fan wanted. As Austin gets caught up in that accident. In this first modified B main, we're halfway home. 6 laps scored. 6 laps remain, and your race leader with 5 wins, or 6 wins, I believe, on the year. Penske Sean helping guide him to those 6 wins. The 99W out of Matoka, Virginia. The Matoka Flash, Chris Arnold. Chris Arnold was running solidly in the 2nd spot on his feature last night, and he tagged that center Ute tire on the inside of the track. And that's Taylor Cook, Joe Duval, and the rest of the field. Yellow lights are turned off. Green flag's going to wave next time by. Again, we're halfway home. 6 laps down, 6 laps to go. Chris Arnold brings them back around to the green. Chris Arnold leads the field back to the green. Trent Young trying to hang with Jeffrey Ledford. Ledford trying to hang with Arnold. 3 cars battling for 2 transfer spots up in the front of the field, and Young's got to run on the outside. Trent Young was set up on the high side of the Speedway in the 10 wide. He worked his way by Ledford, and he's not done yet. He's going to take the lead away from Chris Arnold. Arnold now trying to turn back the advances of Jeffrey Ledford in the battle for the 2nd and final transfer spot. Richie Gustin looking high in the 19. Oh baby, the track's getting good here at the Dome and Gateway. Wheel to wheel for the 2nd spot. Tire touching, fender rubbing. Chris Arnold at 99. Jeffrey Ledford at 18. Chad Bauer in the 19. They all trail your race leader, Trent Young. This time by, count them, 2 laps to go for your leader, Trent Young. still wheel to wheel for the second spot. Chris Arnold led that time by less than 0.2 of a second. Preston was right edge down the back straightaway. White flag in the air, final time around. Trent Gunn got this race in hand. This time by Ledford taking the second spot. Final time around. Oh no! Arnold goes around over in turn number 2 and the caution flag is out. Oh, another tough break for the Matoka, Virginia driver, Chris Arnold, in the 99W as he goes around. And there's a look at him, the FK rod in instant replay, and you can't blame him, Ben, for driving into that corner as hard as he did. He wanted that second and final transfer spot, but he looked like he got back on the throttle, maybe just a little too hard, and he lost the tail end of that race car.
Man, what a heartbreak, just the car came around him. But race fans, what do you think about this one so far? Again, the mods are bringing it here this year, Dustin. A lot of great cars. Trent Young started 4th, and he has gone up to the lead now, but we're going to see one of those dangerous green and white at the same time. One last shootout.
Like as we always say, what could possibly go wrong right here? Yellow lights are turned off. Green flag will wave this time by Trent Young, your 2016 American Modified Series champion. Leads the field back down. Green and white flag will wave simultaneously. We're back underway.
Trent Young will take him off into 1 and 2. Here comes Bauer on the top side. They work down the back straightaway. Who's it going to be, Dustin?
And the 3 and 4, Ledford down to the inside, and oh, he gets into Bauer. Bauer gets into the side. Oh, we know who the top 2 are, and it is still chaos behind them. Wow. Wild finish on the final lap here at the Dome. I have no clue who is third on back. According to the unofficial timing and scoring, was Austin Holcomb 5th, Zep Moak 4th, and Casey Burdett 3rd. But we do know this, the 2 drivers that transfer to the feature will be your second place finisher, Jeffrey Ledford in the 18, and your winner out of Crofton, Kentucky. In the 10th round quality paint and bodies, Snap-on Tools, David Mitchell, Motorsports MTN Motorsports, Motorsports Unlimited sponsored, Pierce Platinum number 10. Why? How about a round of applause for Crofton, Kentucky's Trent Young.
All right, the bar's been set high as we get ready for Modified B-Main number 2 on the pole. A 20-time winner this year. Only one of those wins in the Modified. So out of El Paso, Illinois, it's going to be Ryan Unziker. Starting to his outside in the 0, the driver out of Mount Olive, Illinois, Tim Hancock, the 2017 UMP Pro Modified champion. Row number 2 will be the smooth operator, Bobby Pierce out of Oakwood, Illinois. 14 wins on the year for that driver. To his outside, the 98 of the 2017 Atomic Speedway track champion out of Washington, Ohio, it's Dustin Sword. Row number 3 will be Jack Sartain in the 57 out of Terrell, Texas, and to his outside, the 777 of Stephen Bowers Jr. That driver with 15 wins on the year in the 2017 IMCA Central Region Championship. Moving back to row 4 will be John Clippinger out of Evansville, Indiana, car number 16C, and to his outside, the number 16 of Matthew Ratcliffe out of Monte Vista, Colorado. Row 5 will be Kevin Lee out of Grant City, Illinois in the 3D, and Morgan Ward out of Watertown, South Dakota in the 37 Junior. Row 6 is Andy Morris out of Fort Gibson, Oklahoma in the 127, and the 2M of David Mitchell out of Robarts, Kentucky. Row 7, Joe Cleveland out of Delphos, Kansas in the 2C, and the CH19 of Colby Heisman out of Brooklyn, Iowa. Row number 8, Michael Wong out of Fowler, Iowa in the 18L, and the 31 of Mark Anderson from Kansas, Illinois. And on the back row, Craig Roden out of Montgomery City, Missouri. 17 cars if they can all make it 12 laps to distance. Top 2 to the main event, B-Main number 2 of 6 for the Modified.
You know, we were talking earlier, not to get us sidetracked, we talked about the gears that some of these guys were running on the late models and Modified. Got a text from one of Freddie Carpenter's crew guys just a little bit ago that he wasn't actually sure what gear they had in the car today, but he said in that heat race, Freddie Carpenter was turning just a tick over 9,000 RPM. Wow.
That's awfully rich. Blake Anderson, we got another one lined up. This ought to be another good race. Bobby Pierce on the inside, row number 2. Keep an eye on him. He's on the front row of the late model feature tonight. We'll see if he can put it into the Modified feature. He's got one car to pass, if you will, taking the top 2. Can he leave here tonight with $40,000? That's a possibility, but he's got to get into the Modified feature first. And he's going to start back in row number 2. And it's going to be Unziker and Hancock coming to the green. 12 laps the distance, and we are underway. Off into 1 and 2, Hancock will jump to the lead through the middle of the racetrack. Now Unziker on the bottom will jump back to the lead. Here comes Hancock. We got centers. We got Clippinger and Roden in the 27, and that's going to make it all for naught as we'll have to try it again. Caution in turn 2 as 2 competitors get together And that's going to be Clippinger in the number 16. John Clippinger in the 16 and the 27 of Craig Rhodes.
We're lining back up side by side, double file 2 by 2 by 2, and Travis in here in modified B main number 2. But again, only the top 2 advancing into tonight's modified feature.
That's been good stuff so far here tonight. We can also tell you the late model provisionals here tonight. The first one goes to the fastest qualifier that did not make the show. And the other one goes to the highest finishing driver from last year not in the show. And it's going to be Bob Gardner out of Washington, Illinois in the 4G. And Hunter Rasmussen out of Jonesboro, Arkansas getting those 2 starting spots. So 22 cars here tonight, Dustin. 40 laps, $30,000 to win the second annual VP Racing Fuel Gateway Dirt Nationals presented by Karl Performance.
And again, don't forget 50-50 tickets remain on sale throughout the dome here. Again, flag down one of those 6 50-50 ladies, as you mentioned a little bit ago, Ben. Last night's winner took home over $3,000. You're not just spending money on a 50-50 ticket, you are also taking a chair. You're also putting money towards a good cause and donating towards the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Fame.
All right, going back green out of turn number 4. See if top number 2 can get us going. It's Unzicker and Hancock, and they'll head off into turn 1 and 2.
Wheel to wheel for that race battle. Yeah, Unzicker in that black 7, Hancock gets the blue 0. They stay side by side up front for the lead. The other lap number 1, it's by Unzicker. Hancock, his left front tire comes over top of the right rear of Unzicker's car. The both riders have to maintain control. They run 1-2, and we have got all kinds of mayhem in turn 2.
As Ratcliffe brings out the caution, it looks like Michael Long getting collected. And I tell you what I noticed before that happened, the top 3 cars had gone to the bottom, and Dustin Swartz said, "Thank you very much, sir, I'll take some more," and he was marching on the top. We'll see if they go back green, if he can get that top 3 rolling.
Mentioned yesterday, Dustin Swartz is your 2017 Atomic Raceway track champion just south of Chillicothe, Ohio there. Was talking to promoter Brad McCown a little bit earlier this weekend, and as we mentioned, Atomic Raceway paying the entry fee for the late model and modified track champions this year if they so choose to come out. He's going to be doing the same thing for his drivers again next year as well. So he and a few other promoters have said the same thing. Nice to see more and more people jumping on board, and a great incentive to get some drivers to not only come to your racetrack, but to get them to come out here and run the Gateway Dirt Nationals as well. We got more parts and pieces flying off of cars as well, as this 16 is losing sheet metal faster than anything we've seen. Matt Ratcliffe has lost part of the body off that black 16 there at the end of the back straightaway.
Sometimes you just don't need all those parts, Dustin, and this shows it. We're getting
Too much.
Too much.
Less than 4. So, we get the debris cleared off the racetrack, and we'll be ready to go racing. We did get a lap in, so you see the field lined up in the Delaware double file restart. It means Ryan Unzicker starts by himself out front. The field is side by side behind of him, with the second place driver having his choice of the inside or outside lane. Tim Hancock chooses the inside lane. That moves third place Bobby Pierce to the outside. Fourth place John Clippinger to the inside, and fifth place Dustin Swartz to the outside. Yellow light turned off, green flag away next time by. Again, 1 lap is scored, 11 laps remain. Modified B main number 2, where only the top 2 drivers advance to tonight. $10,000 to win, 30 laps A main.
And we are back underway. Out front is Unzicker, your leader. And look out, Hancock. Oh, no, Dustin Swartz, we've done it again, Dustin, Jared. We have jinxed the guy that was supposedly going to be on the move.
Hashtag jinxing at the dome, I think, is what is happening right now, because that has happened more times than it hasn't, unfortunately.
Hashtag please don't talk about me, bro. Look at these race fans. Look at these beautiful people. Look at this.
Guys, we're over in section 138, section 139. Here, I'll make my way up here and try to catch a couple rowdy fans here. Anybody want to talk? Tell us who you're cheering for tonight. Right here. Who are you cheering for? Huh? Who are you cheering for tonight? Billy Moyer. Cheering for Billy Moyer in his first ever visit here to the Dome. How about it right here? Who are you cheering for?
Oh, Bobby Pierce.
Bobby Pierce. Bobby out on the racetrack right now. Bobby's got a lot of fans here.
Anybody but Boy were a call.
Whoa! There's the call. Hey, before we send it back to you guys, I'd like to say a special hello to a couple of people watching at home. My great friend Chris Davis, the owner of Midwest Sheet Metal, and also Jeff Crawford and everybody with the Summit American Modified Series Washington, Kentucky as well. Guys, back up to you.
Chris Davis, Midwest Sheet Metal, never heard of him. Who never? No, Chris Davis. I think he sponsors every series, just about every car out there.
Car,
he does more for racing than anybody. Well, maybe not anybody, but equally as much as a lot of great people. And the people like Chris Davis keeps the sport going in circles. And Chris is probably grinning ear to ear because he knows he's going to be selling a lot of sheet metal after the Gateway Dirt Nationals.
I have no idea how you would come to that conclusion.
Chris, I don't understand how we're in the state of Missouri and you're not here, buddy. That's all.
Hey, he's the one we need to get to sponsor the Ute tires next year.
Maybe he'll sponsor the wedding chapel. And maybe my company, MSR Mafia, will sponsor the divorce chapel. So, well, it's a 2-for-1.
Oh, man. We have a good time.
Hey, speaking of good friends, Chris Steppen checking in here tonight. Great announcer that we work with from time to time with FYE Motorsports checking in. And he's watching. We also saw back in Canada our buddy Scott Greer. Hope that we'll see Scott back at the Wild West Shootout in a few weeks. They were tuned in, and they were drinking a few adult beverages.
Yep, just talked to Scott a few weeks ago, and he will be back at the Wild West Shootout with us here in a few weeks as well. A lot of the drivers from up north, from the Dakotas, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and then north of the border in Canada make the trip out to the Wild West Shootout in Arizona. And, of course, you can watch every lap of every race from that event live on DirtOnDirt.com as well. And, again, we get started just 3 weeks from tonight.
If you say that again, I'm going to punch you.
You've all too soon. Tried to throw me over 3 times right now. You just keep coming back.
I know some people have offered to have you throw me over the ledge. So it happens. It's a very real thing.
I'm the zombie announcer.
Yes. Michelle Berry, and I know Michelle is with the Jason Fager team. She said there ought to be a provisional for what driver gets the loudest fan cheers.
Oh, something to consider in the future.
Sponsors, if you want to get some publicity, there you go. As we go green out of turn 4.
1 lap down, 11 laps to go, and modified B-main number 2, Ryan Gunziger leads the field. Ryan Gunziger leads the back down to the green. Here comes Bobby Pierce in that 32 up on the high side, trying to take second away. He's got a good run down the back stretch. Then he came off. He does yet.
There he goes. They'll go to the top. They'll go 3 wide briefly for the lead. Now, who's going to be your leader of lap number 2? Yep, it's going to be Bobby Pierce. Ryan Unser back to second. About a thousand for the second. That good battle for the lead. A couple of late model guys getting it done in the modified right now.
Great race by a couple of late model bull ring veterans up front. Bobby Pierce in that flat 32. Ryan Unser in the 7R going Wheell. Unser again. Maybe a little bit better in turns 1 and 2. I think Pierce carries a little more momentum on that high side for turns 3 and 4.
Good race for the lead. 4 down, 8 laps to go. And now Pierce will give up the top down to 1-2 to top the bottom. I don't know if that did him any favors. As now here comes Unser. Hancock outside looking in. He's back in third. And the fourth position continues to be Stephen Bowers Jr. Next time by is going to be halfway. Next time by 6 down, 6 to go.
Tim Hancock, I don't know that he is gaining any ground on Ryan Unser, but I don't know if the zero car is losing any ground either. If we say that, he changes his line down in turns 3 and 4. 6 down, 6 to go, as he says that. But Tim Hancock in the zero may not be out of this race yet.
We saw Bobby Pierce go to the bottom for 1 lap, and then he realized he was much more comfortable up top, and that's where he's at right now. And he leads away in that Pierce Platinum Renegade Performance Fuel, number 32, as he starts to stretch out just a little bit on Ryan Unser. Unser's got to keep an eye on Hancock behind him. 4 laps remain.
Some great camera angles for the Washington Pierce really letting the tail end of that 32 car hang out. Coming off the 4th corner, and there's a great look at that car cross Bobby through the corner. And we lose 1 driver down in the middle of turn 3 and 4, and that will put us under caution as Colby Heischman of the CH19 slides to a stop with 8 laps scored, 4 laps to go, and on B-main number 2.
All right, so it's going to be Bobby Pierce, your leader. In the second spot, Ryan Unser, Tim Hancock outside looking in, but this caution may be what he needs to get that final transfer. Stephen Bowers Jr. in 4th, Morgan Ward in 5th, and Bobby Pierce, not many modified starts this year. He was down in Southern New Mexico Speedway back about 2 months ago running a car down there. He comes here to the Gateway Dirt National trying to put her in the show, and car number 32, and Ryan Unser, he's got 1 modified win in 4 starts on the year. He's trying to move off to the main event as well.
Those 2 drivers, as it stands right now, locked in. We'll see what this restart holds. 4 laps to go. Pierce brings it back to the green, and they rub tires and rub fenders off the corner. Tim Hancock gets the edge on Unser, goes to second, and he may not be done yet.
Hancock took after Pierce, and now Unser's got to get his speed back under. They got 3 to go all 4, just like that. Unser may be watching this main event here tonight, as Tim Hancock's got second, and he goes after Bobby Pierce.
Cars really stand out all over this racetrack side by side as Bowers loses the handle in turns 1 and 2, but not Not before the 31 of Mark Anderson spins over in turn number 3. I believe that's what the caution was initially caused for, and that'll be a good break for Bowers in the 777, who was running in the 4th spot.
The good news for Hancock, he's in second. The bad news, the caution just came out. Now he's got Ryan Unziker back beside him. And those two had a little bit of a wheel bang on that start, and it caused Ryan Unziker to have a hard time getting rolling. Let's see if Unziker can take it back away from him with 3 laps remaining.
That kind of stuff doesn't happen around here. Wheel banging.
Blasphemy.
Elbows.
Blasphemy.
Bobby Pierce out front. His dad, Bob Pierce, has already told you and I a couple times. We take a look at the FK Rod Engines replay of those two drivers again. Hancock and Unziker getting together on that start. Bob Pierce going to be maybe a little more aggressive, a little more involved in building Bob Pierce modified throughout the course of the 2018 season and beyond. But Bobby Pierce right now out front. That good-looking black number 32. Tim Hancock again with second to last time by. They can get a lap in, so 9 laps are scored. That's 3 laps to go.
Here's another hashtag I got. The shortest man in racing, even shorter than us, Dustin.
Wow.
Zach Frill, now the crew chief for Chris Simpson. He is at Brian Berghofer's, and they are watching us to root for Hudson O'Neill. Hashtag get Berkey to the dome. Hashtag get Berkey to the dome. You heard it here first. Let's start that one. Hashtag get Berkey to the dome. We want him here.
Blake Anderson, if you can see down there just very quickly as we get ready to back green, looks like a broken left front suspension on the 777 of Stephen Bowers. Is that right?
He was rolling around the infield trying to shake it out. That left front is definitely askew on the 777.
Askew. There's your Racing Digest word of the week.
You can tell that Blake did graduate to 5th grade, despite people saying he didn't. He did indeed do that.
And Bowers is going to pull that car down to the infield.
Yes, he is askew to the left.
It was whopper jawed.
Askew me, Dustin. I want to tell you, Bowers is out of this race.
Let me ask you a question. Who do you think is going to transfer out of this one?
I don't know. This is going to be good.
Here we go. Oh, slowly back to the green. Oh, no.
The answer is going to be not Ryan Unziker. What a tough break. He gets roughed up on the previous restart, and he gets roughed up on that restart, and Unziker's got to feel right now like a ping pong ball because, man, everybody bounced off of him the past few laps, it seems like.
Wow, Unziker goes around in the 7th. Ford involved as well. The 3D of Kevin Lee also involved on the car. It looks like Craig Roden in the 27 in this pile up coming off turn number 4. As, again, Ryan Unziker.
And here's the FK Rod Engines replay. Let's see. And oh, no, he cut down. When he gassed up, it went into the right rear of Hancock, and that's what got Unziker around. I thought he might have had some help from behind, but it's like the car snapped on him when he gassed her up.
You know, we've seen a lot of guys maybe get on the throttle a little too quick or a little too heavy coming off the corners, and that's what's caused the back end of these cars to go around. We've seen that happen more than once here throughout the course of the weekend. That may very well have been the fate too, Ben. You're only 3 months behind.
I know. One day I might catch you.
I hope you do. Hey, yellow lights are turned off. 3 laps to go. Look at Morgan Ward on the outside looking in now. She's up into the 3rd spot. Green flag is out. We're underway.
Yeah, Morgan gets a good restart too. Hancock in 2nd. We'll see what Ward can do off into 1 and 2. She's going to go behind him. That's probably not going to be what you got to do here with 3 to go, though. You got to go where they are not. Bobby Pierce right now on the top, Hancock on the bottom, Ward on the bottom in 3rd. 2 laps remain.
Man, throw some caution into the wind right here. 3 cars up front, only 2 cars going to make it. It's a hornet's nest back there behind them. You can see cars 2 and 3 wide. Tell you what, that Hancock Zero car is very, very good coming off the corner. White flag in the air, final time around from there.
Final time around the Speedway for Oakwood, Illinois. Bobby Pierce. He's got Hancock to his inside. He might have to make a run at him here to the checkered flag. Final time through 3 and 4.
Checkered flag in hand. It's going to be a drag race down to the line of the stripe. And here, Hancock second by a nose. Morgan Ward on the outside looking in, finishes 3rd. Andy Morris puts 127 and 4th. Craig Roden finishes in the 5th spot. So finishing 2nd, it's the 0 with Tim Hancock. He'll advance into the feature, as will the winner of modified B-Main number 2. How about a round of applause for the driver of the Renegade Performance Fuel, Ted Brown's Quality Paint Body Shop Motorsports Unlimited RS Equipment, PM Racing, sponsored Pierce Platinum. Number 32 out of Oakwood, Illinois, the smooth operator, Bobby Pierce.
As we get ready for modified B-Main number 3, Chris Ferguson checking in back in North Carolina. Chris wanted to come here, then he realized every track he races, you can put this in the infield of 8 times.
I was just going to say at least 3 times.
Yeah. We got hashtag get Fergie to the dome. We got Fergie Berghofer. It's a simple request, that's all.
I mean, we don't ask for much.
That's not, I mean, come on. We do. We're greedy, and we know we're greedy, but we admit we're greedy, so it makes it okay.
Who wouldn't want to see those guys?
Oh, man. Fergie and Berkey, yes, love it. All right, here we go. Modified B main number 3, and it's going to be a 12-lap distance. Top 2 of the feature on the pole out of Mooresville, North Carolina. Nick Hoffman in the 2. Oh boy, a couple of Tar Heel drivers in this one, Fergie. Keep an eye on them. Outside front row will be the high side tickler, Kyle Strickler, out of Troutman, North Carolina in the 8S. Row 2, Alan Weitzer out of Peoria, Illinois. He's already in the late model feature, the 25W. And to his outside, the 10X of Jim Black out of Bois, Missouri. Row number 3 will be Bobby Biddle in the 89 out of New Athens, Illinois. Turning to his outside, it's going to be Brendan Biddle and out of New Athens, Illinois as well in that 8B. Little family affair on row 3. There's on row 4, the late model veteran, now modified racer, Rick Hoffman out of Zanesville, Ohio on the 12. Matt Dickerman out of Fenton, Missouri in the 18G. Row 5 will be Dan Morris out of Fort Gibson, Oklahoma, the 27M. And the 4G of Bill Griffith out of Van Buren, Ohio. Row 6 will be the H20 of Scott Howley out of Washington, Missouri. And Daryl Dickerson out of Farmington, Missouri in the 44. Row 7 will be the Christopher Cole out of Evansville, Indiana in the 81C. And Jeremy Jarrett, long-lost cousin of Justin Jarrett out of Fredericktown, Missouri in the 21. Row 8 is going to be Tommy C. Jr. out of Alton, Illinois in the 9F. And Jim Ibbotson out of Auburn, Illinois in the 37I. And Dalton Barrett out of Fairfield, Ohio. 17 cars I think can all make it. Here we go, Dustin.
Some tough customers up at the front of this one, as you mentioned, Ben. Green flag is out to underway. And the high side tickler, Kyle Strickler. In the 8 low, Bobby Biddle nearly goes around, and Hoffman nearly goes around. Everybody's able to gather it back up. And Nick Hoffman can lead lap number 1 side by side for second. A-Dog Alan Weitzer trying to work his way by the high side tickler, Kyle Strickler. Alan Weitzer trying to put it in the show, trying to put Strickler on the trailer. Strickler's had a big year, but he wants to end it with a bang, and he can't do that if he's not in the main event. It's going to be Nick Hoffman leading lap number 6, Strickler in second, Weitzer in third, and Black in ahead of steam on the top as the top 3 cars come in the top side of the racetrack. And Black trying to make that high side work. Good looking him right there in that white, blue, and orange number 10. He's got Bobby Biddle on the inside of him. Bobby Biddle, a top 3 run in this race last year, not in the show right now. But in front of them, all eyes on the race for the second spot as Kyle Strickler has his hands full of Alan Weitzer. And Weitzer just gave him a love tap and let him know he was back there. And now that left her quarter panel ring. But now Weitzer says, you know what? I'm going to the top. And let's see if the A-Dog can find him on the top side of this racetrack. I think there might be something there. Not sure about 1 and 2, but I think it's there in 3 and 4. Yeah, I think it's just Strickler just grabbed the Uke tire. He flipped the Uke tire. That's the same side of the car. Yeah, that's not good. That made Weitzer's decision easier. We're halfway home now. 6 down, 6 to go. Hoffman, your leader, Weitzer back to second, but don't count out Jim Black in the 3rd spot. And here comes Rick Hoffman in car number 12. The veteran goes to the cushion. I have never heard that used before my entire life. Rick Hoffman on the cushion. He is known for catfishing around the bottom side of the racetrack, but trying to put that Jerry Snyder Lexus 12A into the show here tonight. As Nick Hoffman just obliterates the field here in this race with 4 laps to go. Alan Weitzer in second. Weitzer's got a comfortable 4 car length over Jim Black and Rick Hoffman and Bobby Biddle of Weitzer in traffic in front of the 3 drivers. Right now, your leaders want to see it stay green. Everybody behind them wants a caution. We're going to see a caution. We need it soon. There's only 3 laps left in this one. Nick Hoffman just continues to dominate this race now. 2 laps to go. Shows the driver formally out of St. Louis, Missouri. Alan Weitzer second, Jim Black third. Side by side for the 4th spot. And Bobby Biddle and Rick Hoffman. Kyle Strickler there as well. But time's running out. Van White like this here. Final time around for Hoffman. One more time around the two for Nick Hoffman. He'll hunt that inside through. Full straightaway back. It's going to be Alan Weitzer in the 2nd spot. That's your 2 transfer cars. Your 3 and 4 checkers. Black, 1 North Carolina. Nick Hoffman takes the win. Your 2nd and final transfer will be Alan Weitzer. He'll be in the late model and in the modified feature. Jim Black in 3rd. Bobby Biddle in 4th. Hoffman in 5th. Strickler. Biddle in Strickler. And Tommy C. Jr. Tommy C. Jr., who won this race 1 year ago. He will not start it here tonight. Yeah, unless the modifieds have the same set up the late models do. That is a good point, Dustin. We'll find out about that. So taking the 2nd and final transfer now in the late model and the modified feature. How about it for Alan Weitzer out of Peoria, Illinois in car number 25. And your winner out of Mooresville, North Carolina. He'll chase his 15th win of the year here tonight. The Maxwell Racing Oils, Release Carburetor Service, All-Star Performance, Wears Machine, Fusion Custom Trailers, PME, Elite Race Car. It's Nick Hoffman out of Mooresville, North Carolina, as we get ready now for B-Main number 4 for the modified. 3 more B-Mains, and then it's main event time here in the Dome as we move right on. This race has been really good. I tell you what,
Rick Auckland, the late model veteran, was trying to make it up there. Couldn't quite get there, but it's still cool to see that red number 12 out there on the racetrack.
Yeah, Rick Auckland hasn't done a whole lot of late model racing here in the last couple of years, and really didn't do a whole lot of modified racing this year as well. But the Zanesville, Ohio driver putting a little more emphasis on modifieds here in the last few years. Hated that he wasn't able to make it into the show, because in the few times that he's run this year, he has actually ran pretty well in that car. As we try to get the 4G Bill Griffith, the Van Buren, Ohio driver, pushed back into the pit area. Next up will be modified B main number 4. By now you know the drill, 12 laps, top two. Top two transfer to the feature. Starting on the pole, it'll be the destroyer, Rick Canoyer, out of St. Peters, Missouri, in the 14. Outside of him, 5-time winner this year, including the one-night stand-up at Tony Izzo's LaSalle Speedway out of Waterloo, Iowa, in the 92. It's Tyler Drosty. Road number 2 on the inside out of Paris, Tennessee. A couple big wins for this young man this year, and last year both. In the 12, that is Lucas Lee, and outside of him, ran well last night, came up just a little short out of Highland, Illinois. Ryan Eilers in the 3. Chad Sellers and Robbie Eilers will make up road number 3. Chad Sellers in the 55 out of Breeze, Illinois, and then Robbie Eilers in the 3E outside of road number 3. Road 4, it'll be Hollywood Timothy Culp out of Prattsville, Arkansas, in the C8, and he'll be flanked by the Texas driver, the 19, that is Brandon Hood. Moving back to road number 5, it's Joseph Geisler out of St. Mary, Missouri, the 85, and on his outside, Steve Stevenson out of St. Jacob, Illinois, in the 1. Row 6 is Brookline, Missouri, Jared Whitney in the 4. And on the outside of him in the 29-2, the 292, that is Joplin, Missouri's Kyle Thompson. Row number 7, scheduled to be Trey Harris out of Hillsborough, Missouri, in the 316, and John Wingirter in the 99 out of Ellis Grove, Illinois. And then your final 2 starters, if they're able to answer the call, it's Allen, Kansas driver Curtis Pill in the 3K and the 3M of Trace Mailer out of Illinois, and scheduled to have 16 cars run 12 laps, and again, 2 of them will be advancing to the feature here in modified B main number 4.
Well, Blake, we saw in that last B main, guys would go to the bottom, then they go to the middle, then they'd go to the top, and obviously the bottom is still the shortest way around this oval, but if you got your car
August 24th and 25th, the Dirt Million at Mansfield Motor Speedway, very, very big dirt late model race, Trenton Berry.
Guys, down here real quick with Shawnee, Kansas driver Rick Beebe right here. Rick, a very experienced racer, both asphalt and modified. You having a good time?
Oh man, I'm having a blast, Trent. This whole deal's awesome. I can't believe it. We're going to come every year. Maybe we'll come here and race next year. Hey, I got to say happy birthday to my buddy Stormy Scott today. There you go.
That sounds good. You've raced all over the country. Hard to believe this is as cool as it is, as close as it is to you.
Oh man, this thing is unbelievable. I would suggest anybody watching at home, come watch it in person next year. This is bad to the bone.
Hey, great to see you. Rick Beebe right here out of Shawnee, Kansas. Very experienced dirt modified and asphalt racer in his own right. You know what, he's another guy that does a lot to support racing. Glad to see Rick out here. Always enjoy watching Rick race. And another racer and a company owner does a lot. Joey Moriarty from Total Steel Piston Rings tuned in. We got to get Joey to the Dome next year. We might need another building for all these race cars next year, Dustin.
We'll see him at SK Ron Ends Arizona Speedway in a few weeks. Green flag is out. We're underway in modified B main number 4. The destroyer, Rick Canoyer in the 14. Tyler Drosty in the 12. Lucas Lee. Tyler Drosty in the 92. Lucas Lee in the 12. All battling for 2 transfer spots in the lap number 1.
And the Hornet's Nest in the front. Canoyer doing lap 1. Lucas Lee in second. Drosty hammering that top side. Now down to this side. Here comes Chad Sellers, the E55. And there's 3 wide for this.
It's Timothy Culp and a pair of Eilers battling back here for that 5th spot. Robbie Eilers in the 3E. Ryan Eilers in the 3E. And the caution flag is out as we lose the 29 of Kyle Thompson, the 292 of Kyle Thompson. And that'll put us under yellow with unofficially just 1 lap scored and 11 laps still to go here in modified B main number 4.
That was an exciting first lap.
Yes, it was.
Alright, so 1 lap down, 11 to go.
And that will unfortunately veto that pass that we just talked about that Timmy Culp made on Robbie and Ryan Eilers. Culp momentarily had the 5th spot, and I believe he'll get shuffled back to 7th again as we get back to that last fully completed lap.
Well, Rick Canoyer, another driver that's been fast all weekend. He leads the way in this one. Lucas Lee behind him, a hard charger everywhere he goes out of Paris, Tennessee. Tyler Drosty back there in car number 92. He's had another strong year, the Waterloo, Iowa driver, as he's picked up 5 wins, including the Night of 1,000 Stars Championship. That LG2 Performance Body race car. Some really good cars out of this one are going to be stuck on the trailer.
Yeah, as we've seen in all of our B-mains here tonight, not just the modified, but the late models as well. And again, don't forget, 2 more modified B-mains to come up after this. Field line back up, yellow lights have turned off, green flag's going to wait. Next time by Rick Canoyer is your leader.
As we go green, and we are back underway. Canoyer will take him off into 1 and 2. Lucas Lee on the hub. Drosty working that high side. They'll go 3 wide for third. Seller's still digging hard on the bottom side. Let's see what Drosty can do on the top in 3 and 4.
Tyler Drosty trying to make that high side of the Speedway work, and that time high, he was in the 4th spot. Lucas Lee still in second. Rick Canoyer is the race leader. Canoyer very low in the corner, so let the tail end of that car fan out as he comes off the corner. Tyler Drosty, you look at him right there. Not giving up on the high side of the Speedway though. Chad Sellers in third. Ryan Eilers in fourth. Robbie Eilers and Tyler Drosty battling for fifth.
Right now, 3 or 4 guys getting up top. It may clean that top up, make it good. Right now, though, not quite as good as the bottom to the middle. Canoyer enters well with it drift up high out of the corner. But now Drosty's starting to get his speed under him, and it might be starting to pick up some speed.
Yeah, he sure is. 5 laps down, 7 laps to go. He's still got a few cars to get around, but Drosty, with the help of Timothy Koff and a couple others, starting to make that high side work again. A little bit better trouble down in turns 1 and 2, man. 1, 2, 3 cars go around. Caution flag is out.
Caution will fly on the Speedway.
I believe it's Joseph Geisler in the 85, as well as the 99 of John Wingirter, and one other driver,
Curtis Hill,
yep,
the Kansas racer.
So he made 4 of 6 on the Speedway, 5 laps down, 7 to go, 5 down, 7 to go. And right now, Rick Canoyer leads the way. That's a great looking race car, by the way. Love the look on that number 14.
Yeah, he and Gary Bentley just sporting great looking paint schemes here this weekend, and I don't want to jinx him, but knock on that. That was still good. Sorry, Rick.
Hashtag don't talk about me, bro. Well, Chad Sellers has been very good in this one.
Yep.
He's not going to be on the outside. He's been good on the bottom. He's going to be on the outside. We've got 7 laps to settle it. Canoyer leads the way. The Winslow, Missouri driver behind him. Here we go. Lucas Lee, Chad Sellers in pursuit. Sellers gets a good restart off into 1 and 2.
He sure does. And Lucas Lee going to try to work his way back by. Nope. Yellow flag is out. That dog won't hunt.
Caution on the Speedway. And I don't know they like that start, and I'm going to guess it might have been not liking Chad Sellers. It seemed like Sellers got a pretty good jump there. Not sure. They're going to shake the naughty stick. Santa, don't write it down yet. He just got warned. He didn't technically do anything.
Yeah, he's kind of, he's in the bullpen.
We'll go with that. We'll go with
That's what we got right now.
He's on the bench.
That's right.
TV timeout.
That's right. Here we go. 5 laps down, 7 laps remaining. And Rick Canoyer brings him back to the green. Much better start behind him. He puts him in the 12. Chad Sellers. Chad Sellers got the old chrome horn from Tyler Drosty right there in the 92. Everyone saying, well, you do 1 and 2 A-OK. Here comes Drosty back up on the hot side.
Drosty a good head of steam that time by.
Who
can't quite get there.
Man, racetrack looks good. Racetrack looks great. And again, Drosty really able to make it through 3 and 4. Pretty good. Able to gain a little bit of ground. Sparks flying off the 92 as we pile them up again down in turn 3 and 4.
7 down, 5 to go, and we got a parking lot down in turn 3 and 4. Well, Blake Anderson, we've seen Tyler Drosty. He's really trying to make that top group come in, and it just seems like right now he cannot quite get the bite that he needs. It just seems like when he gets a run, he runs out of space and runs out of real estate. Can't quite get enough momentum to make the move stick. Very impressive, though. Tyler's a kid I watched a lot growing up through Iowa. The young gun really kind of earned his stripes, and he's really improved, and now one of the better modified
performance t-shirts at the Arizona Sports Shirt Stand. And while you're up and about, get those 50-50 tickets too. Going to be wrapping that up shortly. You take home half the money, the other half benefits the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Fame. Yellow lights are up, green flag is in the air. 5 laps to go. And modified B-main number 4, Rick Canoyer in the 14 field. Good restart by Chad Sellers. He takes second to go for the lead.
Whoa! Bad break for Drosty. His chance to get in just went out the door. And out front, now it's going to be Sellers for the lead. Canoyer back to second. Now Canoyer finds himself trying to make that outside group work. Chad Sellers the lead. You better look at Canoyer. He goes from the lead to the trailer. Here comes Lucas Lee. And on the top, here comes Eilers.
There's 3 wide back there behind them as well. Several cars running all over this racetrack with 3 laps to go. Battling for his 2 transfer spots. Denoyer slips up coming off the second corner. Up to go for Lucas Lee. Lucas Lee throw an elbow on him in turn 3 and 1. Takes the second spot.
That was more like a karate kick right there that he put on Denoyer. And now Lucas Lee to the show. And Denoyer's got to figure something out. He is running out of time as we'll come back to the white flag. Denoyer ahead of Steve on the top. Can he get there? 1 lap to figure it out.
Final time around Denoyer on the outside of Eiler's now. And that'll for the 3rd spot. But only 2 cars will advance. Chad Sellers in the 55 started in the 5th position, and Hilton come off turn number 4, and the Wheell that starter will win on main number 4. Lucas Lee grabs the 2nd and final transfer spot. Robbie Eiler, 3rd, Rick Denoyer, 4th, and Brandon Good unofficially rounds out the top 5.
So taking the 2nd and final transfer out of Paris, Tennessee, the LG2 race car for Lucas Lee, and your winner out of Breeze, Illinois, Chad Sellers, the racing realtor. And the Mark Bush Race Car, Mullins Racing Engine, Gershman Mortgage, Equity 55 Realty, Monroe Farms, number E55 for Chad Sellers. He's been good all weekend, Dustin, and now he moves off to the main event.
He's been quietly consistent here throughout the course of the weekend, but you know what? That's what it takes. You need someone that is good, smooth, and quietly consistent to make their way around this 1/5 mile racetrack, and that's paid off for him because he's got the 55 car in the show here tonight.
Coming up next is going to be Modified B feature number 5 on the pole out of St. Charles, Missouri, the 2017 I-55 Raceway track champion, Kyle Steffens, the number 8. To his outside, it's going to be the Boss Hog. I love it. Boss Hog, Gary Bentley in the 1A out of St. Charles, Missouri. Starting inside of road number 2 will be Chase Copeland out of Paducah, Kentucky in the 110. And to his outside, Louisiana's Brian Craighead in the 77C. Row 3 is going to be former UMP national champion Jeff Leake out of Buffalo, Illinois in the 3L. And starting to his outside from the Racing Gustin family is going to be Jimmy Gustin in the number 19X out of Marshalltown, Iowa. Row 4 is going to be a 5-time winner this year out of Crosby, Texas. Phil Dixon, the number A1 Elite Race car. To his outside, Jeff Vernier out of Freeburg, Illinois in the 33J. Moving back to row number 5, it'll be Dean Hoffman out of Troy, Illinois in the number 1D. And to his outside, Dave Weedholder out of Liberty, Illinois in the 05. Row 6, Clay Money out of Pinoki, Kansas in the 7M. And to his outside, Shane DeMay out of Denison, Iowa in the 15M. Row 7 scheduled to be Brett Iverman out of Highland, Illinois in car number 63. And to his outside, the Snake, Peyton Taylor out of Batesville, Arkansas. And on the back row, Jesse Hopkins out of Longdale, Oklahoma in the 88C of Corey Cox out of Bennett, Colorado. A handful of Colorado racers here this weekend between the late models and the modifieds. And that is the 16 drivers slated to be in this one. B-Main number 5 and B-Main number 6 makes its way into the building. And we get ready to continue here. It's been a pretty good race so far. I would expect to see these last 2 B-Mains, Dustin, and then some track prep as we get ready for this main event.
Yeah, you just hit the nail on the head, man. 2 more B-Mains left. And then, I mean, we wrap up. We've got 2 more races to go, and that's it. And unbelievable to think how far we've come. We're glad everyone's here. Glad everyone is having a good time. And, of course, as you said, there's going to be a little break in between to do a little bit of track maintenance. We've also got to have our modified top 8 draw for their starting spots as well. Cody Summers give us some information about next year's VP Fuels Gateway Dirt Nationals presented by Karl Performance. And we'll go into then a little bit later on again, opening race ceremonies. What about this? Webb Dillard, one of our very own videographers, just sent me a tweet, wants to know if I can run him down a cheeseburger. No, Webb. Webb, you video stuff, Webb. Come on. Gosh, needy people on this staff of ours.
Captain Ron,
Guys, I will tell you, I have ran Webb ragged all around the dome this weekend, and he's the one responsible for all of the great shots. Not the great shots when I'm in the frame, but all the rest of the great shots around here. Yeah, he definitely will have his 2 feet worn out by the time he wakes up in the morning.
You know, Webb Dillard, jokes aside, he's got his own fan club, and they're going to be glad to know Pontoon Captain Webb Dillard, he's going to Australia to cover some dirt late model action in the off-season for Dirt on Dirt. Would have loved to have gone down there, but it conflicted with the Wild West Shootout, so couldn't go. He's going down there, and he's going to be on a lot of the Dirt on Dirt stuff next year, so he's not fully out of retirement, but he kind of is, you know. He's
retired, unretired more than Billy Moyer Jr.
Well, he pulled a Brett Favre on us. He's back, but he did go to the Vikings. He's still right here with the Packers. So
here we go. Their announcers to do the same thing. Modified B feature number 5 is on the racetrack. Kyle Steffens brings them around to the green.
Oh, look out! He's got all kinds of trouble. Look out, Roscoe. Help him out.
They just wrecked 5 times in Kevin 3. They are 4 wide right now. That is not an announcer 4 wide. They are literally 4 wide in turn 2.
I think Boston. Oh, no! Big Boston. That wasn't even the cars that were out of shape that just got together. We'll see if we take the lap or if we don't. It's a hard call. It's a hard call, so we'll see if they got it. Right now it's 1 on the monitor, but we'll see if they keep it. If they do, Kyle Steffens, your leader, Jeff Lika in second. Wow, bad break. Dean Hoffman, he drives away that 1 deep. Great looking race car. And 4 or 5 guys, everybody was able to drive away, but we'll see if anybody ends up with any front end damage out of that melee.
I stood up here and watched that, and I'm still not exactly sure what all I saw there on that first lap.
Yeah, and you know, it wasn't even the guys that were 4 wide that we knew they were doomed. Somehow they made it back. It was the other guys that was, they're Houdinis is what they are. That's right, Houdinis.
He said it was, I mean, they were really 4 wide. It wasn't one of those announcer 4 wide.
Yeah, when they're 4 wide and it's rubbered up every single time.
Yeah, when they're 4 wide and someone just has a nose underneath one car and he's got maybe a nose underneath another one. But they were literally 4 wide right there.
We've all been guilty of doing that too. I'm not going to deny it, I have.
Chris Simpson checking in back home as well there a little bit ago after a long day of hunting. Sounds right up my alley. You'd mentioned, you know, your perfect scenario with watching at home and Christmas and the dog and things like that. Chris has got mine right there, a long day of hunting and then racing at night. That's right up my alley.
I like it. Dave Weedholder trying to get fired back up over in turn number 3. That's 0-5. Strong racer coming just out of the Illinois area and trying to get him back going once again. The Liberty, Illinois race. So he'll get it fired back up. The long shot race cars, Extreme Pro Racing Engines, Camp Floyd tire number 0-5. He was just pointing out some debris on the racetrack. Okay. Thank you very much, Blake. I take back half of what I've said about you. I'm glad I'm on the nice list now. You're doing a great job. We do appreciate you, Blake. You've been busting your tail all weekend down there, and there's going to be some exciting stuff still to go. If you can sort out this battle for third right now, because we got 3 guys that think they've got it, we would appreciate it. I'll get out there and do what I can. Scoring monitor shows that should be Chase Copeland and Phil Dixon and then Gary Bentley. So if we get the 110 in front of the A1, we'll be in business.
All right, and it looks like they are going to count that a lap, Ben. So as you said, 1 lap scored, 11 laps to go. Kyle Steffens will be your race leader. Jeff Lika in second will have his choice of inside or outside lane. We got Copeland up there on the outside of him. Now the field begins to fall in line accordingly. And now, what are the odds of this? There are 2 modifieds here tonight, number A1. Not only are they in the same race, but they're right beside each other. That is Phil Dixon on the inside of row 2 in the red, white, and blue A1. And that Rick Kenoyer car, the black and yellow A1, that is Gary Bentley. Again, they're going to roll off 4th and 5th on this restart. Green flag is out.
Here we go. Kyle Steffens back to the lead. Weekend second. And it's going to be that A1 car. Phil Dixon up to 3rd, and Paul Falcon. Oh, we're going to have to breathe. As Jimmy Guston's got to get turned around. He's going to collect way money down there, as well as Cartwright HC of Corey Cox. Well, the natives are getting restless in this one, as we still got 1 lap down, 11 to go. 1 more modified B main coming up after this. You gotta like this. They made Bobby Covington back in Tennessee. He and his lady Debbie Phillips, they wanted to go shopping, so he's watching. He went from the laptop on the TV to the phone, so while she can shop and he can watch races. That's how you keep a relationship going.
I hope he's got the unlimited data bill.
Going up there around Tazewell, I'd be afraid I'd lose my signal in a hurry because I can never get a signal up there. Debris at the top of turn number 3 and 4.
Nope, that's one of our track workers.
No, he's picking up debris.
Okay. No, now come on, that was
too
nice.
soon.
Kyle Steffens out at the front of this field. Kyle Steffens never made this race last year, Ben. Finished in the 6th spot. He was in the John Clippinger 16 last year. This year, bringing his own number 8 and running pretty well. Now, remember last year also, kind of did the same thing. He had to work his way from the back of the field. He started 15th here last year, made his way up again to the 6th spot. He'll have to start closer to the back of Pat Kidd if he wins this teammate. Green flag is out. We're back underway.
Back underway. Lika's going to come after Phil Dixon. That's the battle for second. Lika's got it. Dixon trying to roll around him through the middle. And everybody will survive 1 and 2. Or will they? Hold on to it, Jefferson there. And now, here we go. Craighead going to try to roll the middle. The track seems like it's a little bit more racy at 3 and 4 than 1 and 2 right now.
Yeah, no doubt about that. The cars really fan out down there in turns 3 and 4 as we lose Vernier. The 33 is he's going to make his way down to the infield.
Look at Lika.
Great Jeff Lika, the Buffalo, Illinois veteran, a high line and hands him off the corner.
He just engaged that Mike Harrison line down at 3 and 4. Oh, look out, Boss. Get off the wall. Here he comes. He'll be up in the 5th spot.
It is awesome watching these cars fan out really from the back right away around the board. Nope.
You had to do it. That one's on you.
I did no such thing.
Tough break there.
It's Phil Dixon in the A1 as the Crosby, Texas driver.
Another driver we'll probably be seeing out the Wild West shoot. I think he was the first time last year had a big time. He had 5 wins this year. And that Elite Race Car Fast One Speed Shop, Squeeze and Pedal Flower Shop. His wife, I believe, does that business. You don't see too many flower shops on race cars, but there's one on Phil Dixon. Super good people from Crosby, Texas.
Well, you might start seeing more with all the proposals we've had here.
Right, you should. I mean, there should be wedding planners that come out here and sponsor on these race cars, especially this race next year.
K Jewelers will be out here next year.
Can't you see it? The modified division presented by K Jewelers? Makes sense to me.
Absolutely.
You know, all those Quincy area racers, they have that Denny Woodworth attorney at law. They can talk about that. You guys took over in August.
Tell us a little bit about your plans here for the 2018 season.
Yeah, so we took over in August, made a lot of renovations, changes. Yeah.
You guys, obviously racing's got to be a passion of yours to jump into it here with both feet.
Yeah, I'm married into it, but I'm learning.
All right, well, you guys are going to run Sunday night 305 sprint cars and late models on a bi-weekly basis. UMP and IMCA sanctioned. How can people get a hold of you?
Yeah, so we got our Facebook page, we got Twitter, and we're working on a website.
All right, sounds good. Thank you very much, guys. Ben and DJ, back up to you.
Thank you very much. It's good to see Quincy back open. That's a track that when the river leaves it alone. It gets a little flooded sometimes, but I tell you what, I always enjoyed going to Quincy.
Green flag will wait this time. Kyle Steffens, Jeff Lika, your top 2.
And we are back underway as here we go off into turn 1 and 2. Kyle Steffens, your leader. Gary Bentley trying to roll Jeff Lika. Can't do so much in 1 and 2. Let's see what happens in 3 and 4.
Oh, one car slides over.
You're going the wrong way, bro.
Gather back up, 89.
Oh, my.
Right in front of the race leaders. That's not going to be good.
Oh. Hey. He's fine. He's got a straight away.
He's fine. We stay green. Kyle Steffens right now calling for a change of underpants. Inside of the number 8 where he leads at the halfway point. 6 down, 6 to go.
How about
one car rolling on the outside? Taylor, yeah.
That's right, trying to do Batesville, Arkansas proud. He said, Billy Boyer's in the late model show. I got to be in the modified show. He's got to go, though, as he's running out of time. 7 down, 5 to go. He's in 5th.
Well, that top side is just unbelievable in turns 3 and 4. Coming in very, very well. And Dave Wheatholder gets a little too high down in 1 and 2. He gets passed by Gary Bentley. Back up in the front of the field, though. Kyle Steffens and Jeff Lika, your top 2 cars with 4 laps to go.
Out front, Steffens leads the way. Lika in second. Right now, Craig has got to go if he wants to get in the show. Payne Taylor trying to make that pass from position at number 4. And he's going to fall back to 5th as Eilerman will slip by him. Good battles right now, though.
Yeah, Rogan racing all over this racetrack. 2-6 in the air this time by 2 to go for your race leader, Kyle Steffens. Craig had, right now, Brian Craig at that 77. He could have known down the inside of Jeff Lika that is a battle for the second and final transfer spot as they go through 3 and 4. They're looking for white flag.
And Craig had tried that middle, just could not get the Lika one more time around the speedway. And your leader, Kyle Steffens, large and in charge.
Craig goes high in turn 1 and 2 in the last hit, Shepard, and it's not going to work. If the checker flag is in the air, Kyle Steffens will win. Modified B-main at number 5. Jeff Lika finishes in the second and final transfer spot. Ryan Craig at 3rd. Brett Eilerman is 4th, and Dean Hoffman rounds out the top 5.
So taking the second and final transfer, I know he's got some fans in the house. How about out of Buffalo, Illinois, the number 3L of Jeff Lika. And taking the win out of St. Charles, Missouri, the impressive race car, Mullins Racing Engine, P Plus Global Logistics, GWS Investments, RHR Custom Automotive, and High Caliber Graphics race car for Kyle Steffens. The 2017 Federated Raceway Track Champion moves off to the main event to chase his 3rd win of the season. One more B-main to go, Dustin.
Just one more B-main remaining. It'll be modified B-main number 6, making its way out on the track. And just like some of the others, this one is loaded as well. It'll be Tyler Nicely out of Owensboro, Kentucky, starting on the pole in the 25. Outside of him, out of Taylorsville, Illinois, in the 10R, Kurt Rhodes. Road 2, Todd Zilla, Todd Shute out of Des Moines, Iowa, in the 5S. On the outside of him, out of Issaquah, New York, Rich Michael Jr. in the 17X. Nick Roberts starts inside row 3, the Southwest Ohio driver in the 23JR. Outside of him, out of Devlin, Ontario, is the 85D of Jeff Davis. We move back to row number 4. There we find Blake Thompson in the 7th, and Benton, Kentucky's Eric Perry in the 22P. Moving back to run number 5 out of Effingham, Illinois, it's Wade the Kid Wency in the 22, and he'll be flanked by the Oak Ridge, Missouri driver. That is Adam Slyman in the 34. Then it's Ryan Gilmore in the 33. Another driver that's been snake bit throughout the course of this weekend. Ryan Gilmore out of Springfield, Missouri in the 33. He's had a fast race car. We'll see if he can work his way up from the 11th starting spot. On the outside of him, multi-time Shady Hill Track champion there in Madeireville, Indiana. It's going to be Nick Allen out of Wheatfield, Indiana in the 21A. Row number 7, John Trowbridge out of North Vernon, Indiana in the 6, Mark Cole in the 81. And your final 2 starters are going to be Joe Dresch in the 5 and the 21B of John Bloomer, scheduled to have 16 cars again for 12 laps, with 2 of them advancing into the feature. And maybe some trouble on your last B-main winner there, Ben.
Yeah, it looks like your winner, Kyle Steffens, not able to get off the Speedway. They're checking that car out. And right now, we will welcome in for one sneak peek, Facebook Live on DirtOnDirt.com. If you got friends or family that couldn't be here, they didn't bother paying. The 6th and final modified B-main of the weekend. I've ended up with a world's longest paper towel as we get ready for this one. 12 laps to distance, top 2 to the main event. We started the weekend with 107 modifieds. We're whittling it down to, I believe, 22 starters here tonight. And the final 2 drivers that go off into the main event, they come out of this one. On the pole, Tyler Nicely. He's had a big year so far. He's had a strong weekend. 8 wins on the year for the Owensboro, Kentucky driver. And his outside, Kurt Rhodes. And Kurt always a challenger everywhere that he goes. And he's had a big year as well. 6 wins, the track champion of Macon Speedway. Dustin, we're coming to the green flag.
12 laps of distance in our final preliminary race of the night. The green flag is out. We're underway. Tyler Nicely, the Owensboro, Kentucky veteran.
Oh, we're going to call that one back.
Lead, and nope. Look at that.
So the caution was called. They didn't like to start. One thing we know, Richard Michael Jr. is planning to go to the cushion. We know that because the 17X headed to the top immediately.
Well, he's up there right now, testing out that right rear, maybe seeing what all is up there. And hey, I mean, at this point, what else do you do? The issue of New York driver. And that Larry Shaw, number 17X, again, talked to those guys in the pit area a little bit earlier on this weekend. Body on that car put on specifically for this race to make it UMP Dirt Car legal. 0 laps down, all 12 laps still remain. Green flag is out. Tyler, no! Everyone still going, no. Not a good start for Todd Judas. He nearly got turned around. Everyone, no!
I think it was a good start. How did he survive? I think that was the good thing about it. Oh, look out, we got a spinner after the caution. It's going to be a complete double fire restart. As they know, these are the final 2 spots, final chances to get into the main event. So we're going to double them up once again with Tyler Nicely, Kurt Rhodes on that front row. Again, we've talked about Richard Michael Jr. this weekend, the driver starting 4th in this one with 17X, 14 wins on the year, the Empire State Modified Champion, and also the Bradford Speedway Pro Mod Champion of Pennsylvania. Runs mainly IMCA type races, so they had to change things up to come down here to be competitive, to be legal, and be ready to go.
Yeah, Rich Michael Jr., not this year, but years prior, also ventured down my way a little bit, run some Renegade Dirt Modified Series races. Typically likes to come down and run the Mega 100 at the Watson Family Tyler County Speedway as well. But for the most part this year, staying up there within the vicinity of his hometown in Issaquah, New York. So it looks like we got everyone back together. And we'll try it one more time here in Modified B-Main number 6. Again, the final preliminary race of the night.
You know what, Dustin, as we roll around one more time, you see the crowd on the front straightaway. Everybody on the Dirt on Dirt Facebook Live, we want you here next year. Can we get a few crowd shots while we're under caution just to show? Look at this.
That's cool.
This should be you. We want to see you here next year. We're going to have an announcement in just a little bit, the dates for next year, and some other big announcements. So, again, just an amazing crowd. We've eclipsed last year's Saturday crowd. We eclipsed last night Friday's crowd from a year ago. This is incredible, and man, there's the view. This tells you everything you need to know.
The electric atmosphere, and again, I truly believe that Dirt on Dirt is the best pay-per-view program out there, but there is nothing like being here and experiencing this race live in the Dome in the middle of winter. Green flag is out. We're underway in Modified B-Main number 6.
Tyler Nicely gets the whole shot again. Kurt Rhodes in second. Michael's going to go to the cushion in the 17X. He'll lead up on the top side. Down low. Oh, they stack up again, and I tell you what, Michael may have something on that top side as he had a good run going there. This is going to relegate it as he's got 3 cars piled up down in turn number 2.
And I mean, he has got that right rear just laying over up there on the high side.
He went over there, he talked to Mike Harris, and he said, tell me what you did last night.
Right.
I want to get in the show.
That's right. Then we stack up 3 of them. Blake Thompson, I know one of the cars over there.
Eric Perry.
Yep, and I think Josh Bloomer, the other driver involved. So
Bloomer's had a pretty eventful weekend. It seems like he's got caught up in a lot of stuff. Most of it not his own doing, but he's got caught up in
when
it.
you say Bloomer, you're talking the driver of the 21
Not the driver of the Zero. He's going to try to win $30,000 a little bit later tonight.
For the second time in as many years.
Well, he won 20 last year.
Well, that's right, yeah.
Inflation. We're up to 30,000 to win this year.
The modified stuff didn't go quite as well for him last year.
It did not. It was loaded after Thursday night.
Yeah, it was up on a huge tire on Thursday.
The Zero Bloomer, Noah Stein, the modifieds after Thursday last year. So, but he backed it up in the late models. He's going to be starting mid-pack in the late model feature tonight. Again, you're watching this Turn on Dirt Facebook Live. If you want to watch I work with too many Dirt websites. If you want to watch tonight's main event, you can still purchase. Go to dirtondirt.com. We're going to be cutting it off after this one. They got some track prep coming up. You got plenty of time. The late model feature will be first, modified feature second, and you can go to dirtondirt.com if you want to watch tonight's 2 main events. As this will be the only race we show on Facebook Live. Some serious track prep coming up after this one, I got a feeling, is they're going to plow our water, but we go green. B-main number 6, can we get 1 lap in the book?
We'll see if we can do just that. Good start there for Todd. Shoot, that is his best start of the night. As Rick Michael Jr.
not his best start.
No, he got too high coming off turn number 2. Loses wholesale real estate here in lap number 1. Tyler Knightley, your leader over Todd Shoot.
Look out, Trowbridge got trouble back in the pack. We'll stay green though. 1 lap down, 11 to go.
Terrified up front with 2-5 and Tyler Knightley is your leader. The lane 5. The Todd Shoot runs in the second spot right now. Nick Roberts on the outside looking in on 23. JR, but Nick Roberts right there. Not on the back door. Todd Shoot number 5.
Out front, Tyler Knightley hugging that low groove. As right now that top line has got way far around the top of this racetrack. And now he'll let it drift off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. In the second spot, Todd Shoot, former IMC International champion, trying to move off to the main event. He's got heavy pressure there right now. Nick Roberts, the Indiana racer, knocking on the back door. And we got a center, and it's going to be Bloomer.
Bloomer just over in turn number 2, and that will put us under caution with unofficially 4 laps scored, 8 laps to go. Tyler Knightley is your race leader. Todd Shoot holding down that second and final transfer spot in the 5.
So if you're back to prepping your car for the super late model feature, it's going to be tough. Because you know what you see right now is not what we're going to be seeing here when that feature comes out. They're going to go up there, they're going to plow it, they're going to water it, they're going to work it in. Probably leave that black on the bottom like they've been doing. As we go to the FK Rod-Ins Instant Replay, I think we got a video of what just happened with Josh Bloomer. And there we go. And oh no, there goes the camera. Thanks for playing, Speed Cam.
Well, it was good while it lasted. We're down to 10 cameras now for the weekend.
We almost lost one the other night, but Turn brought it back to life. A little CPR, a little mouth-to-mouth, and that baby's back working tonight.
It's not the first time he's done that.
We're going to need Webb Dillard to clean the dirt off the one on the back straightaway.
Thought that was under Blake Anderson's other duties as assigned.
Blake's probably eating right now. Leave him alone.
4 laps are scored.
8 laps here. Okay.
8 laps to go. Tyler Knightley going to lead the field back to the green. Top 2 advance in modified B-main number 6.
And green flag, and we are back underway. And look out, there we go. Nick Roberts with the whole shot off Todd Shoot, and now Shoot on the outside moving in. And we're going to have Kurt Roach trying to roll the middle, and they start playing out behind him 2, 3 wide, back to the pack. Guys know it's go time, Dustin. 5 down, 7 to go. Oh, good. And guess who got caught up in it? Bloomer. That's right. So Chris Cole, the Oklahoma driver, gets turned around. Bloomer gets up into him. We got Blyman up there, and Trowbridge, who's also had an eventful B-main.
And that's going to be an extended caution flag, I would say.
That was going to take a minute, Cotton, to get that one resolved for that kind of action. I really thought we were about to see Bloomer get upside down. Not going to lie to you, because the way that Chris Cole was positioned, I thought it was going to end bad.
And he came in there hard, too, and again, just absolutely nowhere to go. We got a front bumper down here, just about fried off. One of the number 22s on the racetrack, and that I believe is Eric Perry's number 22, the Kentucky driver. So with that in mind, knowing it's going to be an extended caution break, we'll go ahead and send it out to a set of commercial breaks. And we come back, we'll have the rest of modified B-main number 6 here from the Dome at America Center in the VP Racing Fuels Gateway Dirt Nationals presented by Karl Performance.
A great job here at the second annual VP Racing Fuels Gateway Dirt Nationals. I certainly appreciate it. It's so cool. It's such a cool environment being down here at the infield and getting to look around and see the film absolutely packed. It's a fantastic event, and it's been fun to watch it grow just in the last year. Yeah, it's really cool, really. So we got 5 down. Dustin's back from parts unknown. Glad to have you back in the booth, Dustin. 7 laps remaining in this one. And you got to wonder, these guys, they sit on the track, the car change, the tires cool off, what goes through their heads? And what do you got to do to get into the main event if you're not in the top 2? What do you think the key is?
Rub someone out of the way.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of that.
You just drive that thing like you stole it, man. And I mean, that you know, we joke about that, but you know, the other thing is too, I mean, just keep an eye on that top side of turns 3 and 4, which is throughout the course of the entire night has been the place that we have seen a lot of passing. 1 and 2, you got to hit it just right, or maybe you hope the guy on the inside hooks that inside berm just a little bit, but you know, get that car up there on the high side, and if you can find that right groove up there, I mean, there's been a lot of guys that have proven throughout the course of this night that top side can indeed work. Then the yellow lights are being turned off. The green flag is about to wave, and modified B main number 6, our final preliminary race of the night, is about to get back underway with 7 laps remaining. 5 laps scored, 7 laps to go here in modified B number 6.
Bluegrass State driver Tyler nicely leads the way. We're back underway, and green flag there off into 1 and 2. Todd Chix gets a good restart. Can he grab all of that cushion? He gets up into it. He'll get a little of a bite. He might have something. What's he do for turns 3 and 4?
Well, we'll see. That's where the sweet spot has been for these drivers. But this time, Todd Chix is not carrying quite enough momentum off the corner. Nick Roberts is able to take position, and Chix gets too high. Down in turns 1 and 2, Rich Michael. Remember, Michael fell almost all the way to the back of the pack on the first lap. That means he's worked his way now up into the 4th spot.
That's right. 7 down, 5 to go. We're past the halfway mark, and car 33, Ryan Gilmore, last year's USRA B Mod champion, is going to take it to the infield. His first CC Racing Field Gateway Internationals will come to an end as we got 4 laps remaining for Tyler Nicely, and he's got major company from Nick Roberts. No need to push the issue, though. Those two are stretching it out on the field.
No doubt about that. Those two drivers with a hefty advantage over the battle for 3rd place as Rick Michael Jr. tries to work his way to the inside of Jeff Davis. But up front, Nick Roberts pressuring Tyler Nicely, but not putting too much pressure on him, knowing that he's going to be safe where he is. Those guys have got themselves locked into the show because only 2 laps remain this time by.
Good battle for 3rd, the first non-qualifier spot, and here comes the New York Richard Michael. It's Ontario's 85 Garth Davis, and now we got a caution as Perry is getting crossed up. The 222s have found each other. Wade Winsey out of Effingham, Illinois, and the 22P of Eric Perry out of Benton, Kentucky. They are reunited at last down in turn number 4 with 2 laps remaining in this one.
Again, what could possibly go wrong in the final preliminary race of the night with just 2 laps to go and the final 2 transfer spots of the night on the line?
There's 0 that could happen here that could be bad. 0. I'm not even mentioning that driver's name at this point. It's been impeccable how many people we have jinxed as we talk about under these cautions.
People are calling us out on
the white flag and the checkered as we get set to get this one back underway. It has been quite the challenge, Dustin. We got some interesting tangles which are required. That last car we had a chassis halfway dismantled to get those 2 cars apart down in turn number 4.
Well, it just goes to show again what it means to work your way into this show. These guys fighting for every inch of real estate on the racetrack. Just 2 laps to go. Green flag backed out. The final modified B main in the afternoon.
They'll head off into turns 1 and 2. They should see the white flag out of turn number 4. 3 wide for the 3rd spot down the back straightaway.
3 wide, and oh no, it's Michael grabs a Ute tire down on the inside of turn number 3, and we were so close.
Well, they got the white, so half the field took the white, so it's going to be a 1-lap shootout as they untangle them down in turn number 3.
Well, again, those 1-lap shootouts worked out really well.
This one has just been anything and everything, kind of B main.
Well, looks like Adam Lehman down there in the 34, Nick Allen in the 21A, also caught up as, again, Rich Michael Jr. in the 17X, grabbing that Ute tire on the inside of the Speedway. And Tyler Nicely, your race leader at this point, just hoping that they got enough fuel in that car in the VT Racing Fuel fueling zone outside the dome here at American for the last lap.
Yes, and to make weight. All right, so 1 lap to go. We'll see the green and the white together. They'll come back to the checkered, and then I see the trusty old green John Deere green tractor down there in staging. Track prep will begin for the night Super Late Model feature. That will be the next race on the track after this, and then we'll round the night out with the modified main event.
Gonna get the field line back up in order. Get the 17X Rich Michael Jr. at the tail of the field, it looks like. And and we'll be ready to go racing. And Todd Shute, who again is just kind of throwing caution into the wind here, seeing if he can throw some spaghetti on the wall and make it stick, trying to get that 5 car in the show. Thankful to see that caution, Ben, because I mean he went way high down in turns 1 and 2.
I think all these guys have spaghetti on them at this point as we get set to go back green. It has been a wild and woolly B main, and it's going to be up to Tyler Nicely to bring us back to the green flag out of turn number 4. And turn 1, I just have this weird feeling it's going to get pretty interesting as we come back your way, Dustin.
We're about to find out. A green checkered dash to the finish, 1 lap to go. Green and white flag wave simultaneously, and Tyler Nicely leads them back around there.
And it's going to be Jeff Davis, Ontario racer. He goes through the middle, can't grab a hold of anything, shoot through his stud. Off into turn 3 and 4, and checkered flag. Tyler Nicely will take the win in second. It'll be Nick Roberts, Jeff Davis in third, Jeff Davis fourth, Nick Allen in fifth.
No, and they wreck after 4.
Good measure.
Good measure, that's right. So, the second and final transfer spot will go to the Bloomingburg, Ohio driver, Nick Roberts, in the 23 JR, and the winner of modified B-Main number 6 in the Mullins Powered Elite Chassis, the Diggers Fencing, Siding, and Guttering sponsored. Number 25, how about a round of applause for Tyler Nicely.
What a battle, but he got it done, so that is going to wrap up B-Main action. Main event's coming up.